All right. Couple of things here. Get set up. So today's Twitch stream is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go look at so get this pulled up here. Yeah. So there's a new exorcism track for Dataweave that has been scaffolded on GitHub. And we're going to look at that and see what needs to be done on it. So okay. So we should have a GitHub invite for this repository. Okay. Contributors, sponsors. Let me go see if I have a GitHub invite for that. Let's see. Would that be in notifications? Interesting. I have not seen the invite. But if we go to issues, launch tracking, this issue helps keep track of the tasks you're working on towards launching this track. Okay, I've already joined the community. We've selected the programming language variant. Select the testing framework, done that. Add the first exercise, add initial exercises. So let's go look at the structure of the repo and see what we have. We have bin, fetch, verify exercises. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We have exercises, practice. Okay, so everything's empty. All right. Cool. Command. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to exercism.org. Or exorcism principles. Exorcism is run. Keep in touch, get help. Exorcism stocks. Here we go. Get started. Getting started. We need the oh, we'll just go to this. Let's go to a particular track. We'll go to, let's see, Emacs Lisp. Okay. Go to Hello World Exercise. Actions. Oh, wait. Okay. Exercism CLI. I think there's an Exercism CLI. Installing the CLI. Mac. Yes. Brew install Exercism. Okay, that's easy enough. Brew. Let's make my terminal visible to you guys. Sorry, I'm responding to a Slack message. Okay. So let's add a new screen capture. We're going to call this one terminal. Window capture. Actually, let's do application capture and L and terminal. Okay, cool. All right, so let's put that up here and make it a little bigger for you guys. Come on, mouse, play along with me. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we're gonna do brew update. You have 11 outdated, so brew upgrade, why not? Some of my Elixir libraries, it looks like. And then we're going to install Exercism. So brew install Exercism. Okay. Exercism version. Okay. Great. Got that. So now if we go to fetch configlet. Okay, so let's clone that repo. So get that cd cd let's do make dir exercism cd exercism and clone this down. Okay. All right. Bin fetch command configlet. Fetching downloaded the configlet. Okay, cool. All right, got that. Bin configlet. What? Tags array is empty. Tracks are annotated with tags to allow searching. Okay, cool. For my information. All right, great. Okay. See if your track passes the latest linting rules. All right, basic linting finished successfully configured. Okay. Check your track using the latest linting rules. Please regularly update and rerun this command. The tag array is empty. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go back to issues. Launch tracking. Select testing framework. So that's going to be the VS Code testing framework. Add first exercise, set up continuous integration, add initial exercises. So do I have git status? Okay. And I don't have the ability to sign stuff to myself. So that makes me think I need to let them know I never got a GitHub invite. Okay. So we need to figure out. So let's look at our first exercise. We can at least start working on that, right? So if we want to create our first exercise, that's going to be the hello world, um, which is one I've already started specking out here. So this is what the hello world would look like. And here would be the test file, right? So how is that going to work with Maven? I got to figure out how that's going to work with Maven. So, because we point at the palm, right? So we would have a palm with, so, okay, so user getting, okay, cross-platform support, that's all fine. Is one of them easier? Okay, document the decisions, okay. So, what does that look like on the Java track, right? Java exercises. So you have a build.gradle at the top library, and you have a Gradle file. Okay, so we would have a POM, right? And then does this gonna have a, so does each of these have its own Gradle? Yes. And then you have a source main Java, right? And then you would have a source test Java. Okay, so we would just create a separate pom.xml at the exercises level. Okay, so we can do that. So if we do this, so cd Dataweave, cd exercises, right? And cd practice. Right. Let's look at Java one more time. So under exercises, do they have hello world under practice, right? Hello world. Yeah, that's going to be under practice. And then they have a dot docs and a dot meta and a build. Okay, so we would make a dir hello world, right? And we would initialize a POM project there, right? So you know what we could do? cd f hello world. We could open up, let me open up Visual Studio Code. And make that visible to you guys. So I'm sort of exploring here, right? Figuring out how this is going to work. So display application, Dell, Visual Studio Code. There we go. All right, so we got that. VS Code. And we want to Shift P, Dataweave, create new library project. Org.exercism, example, hello world 1.0.0 hello world, and then that's going to be under Exercism, Dataweave, Exercises, Practice. Right? Perfect. Open that project. No. So, would you like to open the repository? Sure. Okay. So now, if I go here, ls, there's hello world, and it has a POM and a source and a target. Okay, great. Awesome. And so if we went in here and went to source main DWL, we would replace my module. Let's create a new module. New module. We're going to call this hello world. And it's going to have a function. Let's look at our we're just going to call the function hello, right? Hello, and we're going to have it be say goodbye Mars, right? And then we can delete this. We don't need it. And we can add a unit test and delete this. Don't need it. To trash. And hello world, it should, and then it says hello world, and hello must equal to hello world. And then this should be a runnable test, right? So fun hello string. Let's run our test. We should get a failing test where it says goodbye instead of hello. Okay, and it says here, expecting it to be hello world, but was goodbye Mars. Awesome. So that is our first test. Let's go look in. So I'm gonna switch my Chrome to the front. Order, move up. Actually, let's just move it to top. Order, move to top. There we go. So we have Chrome moved up. And let's go look now in their hello world exercise. Source, main Java, greeter. So that's dead simple, right? And then if we look in their test, is there any kind of documentation? Nope. And so then we need a .meta with a config JSON, right? Source reference Java, greeter Java. So this is an example of a good, so source reference Java. So meta let's go look at what our meta should have in it. I think it should have a blurb, an example. Yep, here we go. So we would want to put that in there, right? A test, source test, right? And a solution. And authors and contributors. Okay, so let's work on that. So let's create our so the first thing we need is the config JSON, right? So we'll put that in our, so we'll just copy this format, right? And we're going to put it in our studio code. So let me move that back to the front. Okay. All right, so we need a, so in hello world, that is where that is, right? Let me double check. That is in the hello world folder, right? We need a makedir dot meta, okay? And then inside of that, we're going to add a new file, config.json, right? And we're gonna say authors. For now, we'll just do Clayton Flesher, and contributors. Gonna leave it as empty for now. And then source main dw hello world.dwl source test dw hello world test.dwl. And then we need to make an example, which we can do, but let's just reference it here. So source reference dw hello world. Let's see, how was that? Yeah, it's just dw hello world.dwl. Okay. And invalidator is pom.xml, right? And then below the classical introductory exercise, just say hello world. This is an exercise to introduce users to using Exercism, and then we can link to that. Okay, great. Okay, so let's add a reference. So we need a new source, new folder, source, new folder reference, new folder DW, new file, hello world.dwl. Okay. And then this is going to be the exact same thing as this, but it's going to be the correct implementation of it. So just grab the whole file, right? And then in this case, it's going to be hello world, right? Okay, cool. So we have that and that and that. I think we're okay. So we move the Java back to the top here. Or not the Java, Chrome, back to the top here. So we have our config.json. And we need, what is this? This is an auto-generated file. Regular comments will be removed when this file is regenerated. Regenerating will not touch any manually. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. Version. Move existing exercises to exercises practice. Version. So I guess we just have a 1.0.0 version, right? So we need to create a version file in meta. So we can do that. Order, move to top. New file version 1.0.0. Okay. We got that. And so what happens if I run my linter again? Then verify exercises. Checking hello world exercises. It didn't do anything. Then configlet lint contains a directory named hello world, which is not a slug in the array of practice exercises. Oh, that is super helpful. Okay, I love this little linter thing they have. Okay, so if we go to, so we need to, we're missing some files, instructions.md. So practice contains a directory named hello world, which is not a slug in the array of practice exercises. Please add the exercise to that array. If the exercise is not ready to be shown in the website, please set its status value to whip. User, exercism, Dataweave, config.json. Okay, cool. So do we have a config.json? We do. Let's open that. File, open folder, Dataweave. Open that folder. Save. Yes, I'll save my changes. Okay. Config.json. Blurb to do. Add blurb. Okay, we will do that. Practice. Hello world. All right, so let's go look at this top level config.json for the Java project and see what it looks like, right? Because it's going to be similar structures to what we have. So once again, we're going to move Chrome to the top and go look at Chrome. So if we go to Java, and go to config.json. Here we go. All right, cool. Blurb. Okay, so if we compare these side by side, let's close this. Let's make this small and compare them side by side. So what's that going to look like on OBS? Let's switch these. So let's make this like that. And move this over here. That'll work for now. Okay. So we have, you know what? Let's just do this. We'll put it up here. All right, let's do that. I'll just do that. Okay, great. All right, so we have language, Dataweave, slug, Dataweave, active, false, that's fine. Status, concept exercises, blah, blah. Okay, we can leave all that. Okay, we need a blurb for Dataweave. So Java is a very widely used, so Dataweave is not widely used. Let's look up what Dataweave reference. Let's go get the blurb that MuleSoft uses, right? I don't think they'll mind. So if we just go to Dataweave language, Dataweave is designed by MuleSoft for data. Um, this is good for now, right? Okay. I'm sure the blurb fails some linter test, but that's okay. All right. For we'll leave out the extra sentence there. Version. We leave version alone. Online editor. Space for lights language. We're going to leave that turned off. Test runner, average runtime. We don't know that. Files, solution files. It's going to be oops. Solution files are going to be source, main, DW. It is a Pascal slug. .dwl, right? Ooh, is it a Pascal slug? It is, right? Well, we can look at the example in the Java to see, right? Oops. It is source. Yeah, Pascal. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. And then that leaves us with so tests are going to be source test dw Pascal slug dot or test dot dwl, right? Example. Let's put this on its own line. Let's format this. Okay. Example. It's gonna be dot meta slash source reference dw Pascal slug dot dwl. Do we have exemplar here? Exemplar. Nope, they don't have it. So we're going to leave it empty for now. Okay, exercises, concept exercises, practice exercises. So we're going to go down to, let's look for their hello world. Here we go. So it looks like this. So it's an object, right? That object is going to have a slug. Of hello world. Hi, Bill. Today we are putting together the scaffolding for a Dataweave coding track on Exercism.org. So they've scaffolded out the code, the Git repo for us, and I'm putting together the Hello World quiz for them. So we're gonna have name. It's gonna be Hello World. UUID, we just need to generate a UUID. We can do that real quick. Dataweave. UUID. Perfect. All right. I'm stealing the structure from the Java track. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So exercism.org is a site. Let me go to it real quick and kind of show you. Exercism.org. So, hi, Tony. So today I'm putting together the first bit of test suite for the Exercism track on exercism.org. So exercism.org is a place where a user can go and here, let me move this to the front and we'll make it big. Order, move to top, and let's make this big. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. So the Exercism site is a site where you can go and learn programming languages. So they have these language tracks, right? Where you can go and say, all right, I want to, let's say I'm learning ABAP, right? And I want to join that track. I can join the track, and that gives me a code list of, so these are all unlockable ABAP exercises. Okay, they have 41 that are currently locked and one that's currently available. If I go to the Hello World exercise, I get a little set of instructions and everything I need to get started on the uh, the test. So there's a little Exercism CLI I can use. So if I copy this and paste it in here over here, let me move my terminal up. It says, hey, welcome back to Exercism. You can get your token and all that. I need to get set it up. I don't have it set up right now. But basically, it lets you download the exercise and you run your tests. And then once your tests are passing, you can upload your exercise to the site. And so let me go to some. So here's some tracks there. I've actually uploaded exercise. So I have some, and yeah, so I've done some Scala, right? So these are all exercises I've started or completed in the past while doing Scala. So this is my completion of the Hello World exercise. You can see my iteration. So this is the code that I pushed for Scala. And then that's the hello world is the very simplest thing. It's just basically making sure that things work. And then like you might have one here that's like this. This is an ETL. So I have my ETL code that I've pushed and it passes all of the tests. And we have like we have whether or not it's helpful or not. We have here's your tests, all tests passed. So it runs the tests against the code to confirm that you're actually passing your tests, that kind of thing. And then we have code reviews here where you can get like feedback. So, um, congratulations on passing your test. Perhaps using flat map with map if you'd like, blah, blah. So folks make recommendations and on how to iterate on your code, etc. So Tony said, that's cool. Does it have a Dataweave or MuleSoft related exercise? So that's what we're building. I am building the Dataweave track for this. So right now I'm literally in the process of, I just got approval from them to start the Dataweave track. I, um, I, uh, they created a GitHub repo for us. And so now I am in the process of walking through their linter and putting together the hello world problem, the very, very first, like just getting things started out the door problem. So if I move my, let me move this back over here. We're going to move it back over here. And move it to the front. I'm in the process of putting together the repo. So here is the repo that I've cloned down. You can see here under exercises, I've added the first practice exercise of hello world.dwl, right? And I've put together the test suite for that, which is this. And now I am putting together the documentation for that, for this suite. So, hang on just a second. Let me move this up here so I can see you guys' chat. Cool. Camera blocked. Yeah, let me fix that. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. So, got my blurb for Dataweave's programming language designed by MuleSoft for data transformations. This is where our solutions are going to live. This is where our tests are going to live. This is where our example solution's going to live. And then I was in the process of stealing the, so we need a practices. We want this to be basic. We'll just do basics for now. That's what that's going to be. And there are no prerequisites for this one. And the difficulty is going to be 1. Okay. All right. So I think if we run our linter now, let me move my terminal back up. I got too much stuff going on and not enough real estate today. So, Exercism, Dataweave, and then bin, configlet, lint. The tags array is empty. Oh, yep, okay. So we need tags, right? Okay, cool. Do you know MuleSoft? I do know MuleSoft, Bill. I used to be an instructor for the MuleSoft class, the fundamentals class. I used to teach that class for MuleSoft. So yes, I do, and I am an architect that specializes in MuleSoft. Okay, so if we go down here to our tags, we need some tags here. So we're gonna say there was a, no, we'll just still a few for now and then we'll add more later. So platform, it's gonna be Windows, platform, Linux, and platform Mac, right? Runtime is going to be JVM. Paradigm is going to be functional. And it's going to have static typing, right? We can save that for now. That's a good starting point, right? And then we can run this. Missing file instructions.md. Good. See, this linter is so helpful. They have this for folks who are maintaining these repos and putting them together. There's a linter that they have that I use that says like, hey, you've followed all the practices to get your test or your thing ready to be published. Bill says, do you have experience with the debugger of MuleSoft? Also, what's your take about the IDE of Anypoint Studio? So I do have experience with the MuleSoft, with the debugger of, if you mean the Anypoint Studio debugger, yes, I have used that. And what is my take about the IDE of Anypoint Studio? So, I don't love it. It's Eclipse based, right? So it feels old and clunky, but it works for the problems that I'm trying to solve. I am glad that they're in the process of developing a new IDE for that's VS Code based. I mean, as you can see, I'm using VS Code right now for other things that are not building a Mule application, and I actually use it currently for these streams for Dataweave. So yeah, it is what it is. It's the tool that I learned to code MuleSoft in. So like, it's not it's you know it takes they're in the process of improving it, and I'm glad they're migrating away from it, but I also don't like want to kick the dog while it's down. Whoever built the thing put a lot of work into it, and it works. Okay. Um, so I think okay. So my linter says I need to add an instructions.md. So let's go look and see what that looks like on the Java repo. So, so we have, let's stretch this out a little bit. There we go. So it needs to be in exercises. Exercises, practice, hello world, C, D, F, G, H, hello world, docs. Okay, I need to make a docs folder. All right, so practice, hello world, new folder, docs. Okay, and in docs, we're going to put instructions.markdown. Okay, great. So new file instruction. Oops, what did I do there? There we go. New file instructions.markdown. And we're gonna let's look at the raw for this. This is a classical introductory exercise. Just say hello world, hello world, hello world is the traditional first program for beginning programming in a new language or environment. The objectives are simple. Modify the provided code so that it produces the string hello world. Run the test suite and make sure that it succeeds. Submit your solution and check it at the website. If everything goes well, you'll be ready to fetch your first real exercise. Hello world. Okay, cool. All right, so go to link definition. Link definition's down here. Okay, good. All right, I like that. We can just use that as is. Okay, so linter, tell me more. What am I still missing? Figlet produced at least one. The following concepts exist in the practices array of practice exercise, blah, 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 but do not exist in the top level concepts array. Okay. Basics. Okay, so we need to add that to our concepts array in config.json. Concepts. Basics. And we're coming up on our hour. Concept. Oh, I got to make that an object. Okay. Man, that linter is super, super helpful. Let's go back up here to their config JSON and look under concepts. There we go. Okay, so it needs to be, it's an object with its own structure like this. It has a UUID, so we'll need to generate a new one of those. Oops. Okay, let's do that real quick. refresh one of those. And its slug is basics. Slug name is basics. Okay. Concepts is missing its required fields. Please create the concepts basics directory with its required fields. Okay. So we have a concepts directory in here. Yep. Concepts basics. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good stopping point for us today. I will continue working on this on my own this evening, but I wanted to kind of look at what the exorcism track was going to look like and kind of get started on it. And hopefully soon we'll have a few live um, test problems that folks can pull down and start playing with and contribute as well. So everyone have a good day. And what day of the week is today? Today is Friday. Okay. Well, I will see folks on Monday then. Have a good weekend.